everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are good in health and safe and healthy at your places. So in today's video, we are going to cover up with the adjectives part 2. So let's first recall the previous one which we have learned in part 1. So can you tell me the 5 important things so that we can identify the adjective or the describing word? Comment me in the comment box fast. Number 1 is color, very good. Number 2 is number. Number 3 is shape. Number 4 is size. Number 6 is, number 5 is quality. Okay, so these are the 5 important things that you have to keep in your mind. Be clear with this topic. Okay, so let's move further now. So let me tell you what are adjectives, as I have told you in a previous video as well in part 1. But as you grow up, the level also grows up. You have to learn the new definitions. The smaller one will not work. You have to learn the different definition. This definition says adjectives are the words which are used to describe a noun or a pronoun. Okay, this is very easy definition. Let's move further now. The types of adjectives we are going to do today. Like number 1 is descriptive adjective. What is descriptive adjective? Anyone knows? If yes, you can write yes in the chat box. Yes, I know descriptive adjective. Okay, so let me tell you what are descriptive adjectives. Descriptive adjectives are the adjectives which tells us about the kind or the quality of a noun or a pronoun. Okay, so let's take a look of this example. It says that Betty is a clever girl. So in this sentence, the word clever, the descriptive adjectives. Let me tell you how we have able to find it out. See, descriptive adjectives are the adjectives which tells us about the kind of quality or a noun or a pronoun. They tells us about the kind or the quality of a noun or a pronoun. So it is telling us the quality of a noun. Now in this sentence, the word girl. Okay, so the word girl in this sentence is a noun. Let me write. The girl is a noun. Okay, keep in your mind. Girl is a noun, and the word clever is describing that girl. Okay, how the girl Betty is. She is clever girl. Instead of clever, it can be good. It can be bad. Okay, anything can come. Intelligent. Okay, anything can come. Let's move further now. Next we have is adjective of number and quantity. So let me tell you adjective of number we have already done. In this, there are numbers like Mary gave me 5 oranges. I have 2 pencils. 5 can come either like this and 2 can come in both the ways. Okay, so let's see the definition first. Now, adjective of a number, quantity are the adjectives which come before a noun, showing how many or how much of the noun is there. Okay, so I hope you're able to understand. Let me tell you now the adjective of the quantity. Number you know now. Let me tell you that quantity. So let me first circle the quantity. Alright. So adjective of quantity, how will you able to know that? By how much? Right? Let me tell you. Okay, let me write. She gave me little. She gave me. Okay, let's say she gave me some water. Instead of little, let's say she gave me some water. So in this sentence, the word some The word some is the adjective of quantity. Okay, keep in your mind this word. Now, let me tell you the words which can come in the adjective of quantity. I'm writing. You can make a note of it. Okay. So let me write one by one. It can come all. I'm writing by using commas. Okay. Half, many, few, and little. And next is no, enough. Okay, these are the few adjectives which can come in the place of quantity. Okay, so let me tell you one by one the examples. By the way, all are clear, but still the ones who don't know, let me tell you. All means the whole amount of food. Yeah, let me tell you one more word is there, which is whole. Okay, whole. So let me now tell you. All means you all know what is all. The पूरा कहते हैं ना, all the food chicken. Okay, now half quantity. Now many means few means a little, and little means you all know very little. No means nothing. Enough means it's too much, and whole means the whole. This is the another word for whole. Okay, let's move further. You can take a note for it. I'm giving you 1 second. So whenever these words will come, you have to just underline this in the place of quantity. Oh, sorry, it brings across. Sorry. Okay, let's move further now. I hope this is clear. If you have any doubt, just comment in the comment box. Now we have the demonstrative adjective. What are demonstrative adjective? I will just explaining you first of all. We did demonstrative pronoun as well, if you remember, and I have shown you the table. Okay, now what are demonstrative adjectives? Demonstrative adjectives are the adjectives which point out the nouns and are followed by the nouns which they point out. Okay, so I hope you are able to get the meaning. Okay, let me give you one more definition. It says demonstrative adjectives are used to point out or indicate a particular noun or a pronoun. This could also be the example. Okay, so demonstrative adjectives. In this word, I'll tell you one by one. First, let's take an example. This house is bigger than that one. In the first, so see, first of all, that what this definition is saying. The definition is saying that the demonstrative are the adjectives which point out the nouns. They point out the nouns and they are followed by the nouns which they point out. Okay? So this house is bigger than. First, this is one noun. House is one noun. Noun is bigger than that one. It is comparing with it. So over here, the word that is the demonstrative adjectives. There are more words which can come. Means you have to underline the that which followed it. Okay, like I'm giving you all the examples. There are totally 4 words, which is this, that, these, and those. I'll repeat it again. Even I have typed it. If you want to see, you can see this, that, these, those. Okay, so when these words will follow, okay, only then you will underline them. Like the example that you have seen, like this, if it will come only then. Like you will say that why, ma'am, we have not put underline in the first word this. See, the definition of demonstrative adjective is saying that they point out the nouns which are followed by the nouns which they point out. So it is following the other noun. Okay, that's why. I hope it is clear to you now. If it is not clear, comment me in the comment box. I'll make a separate video. Okay, let's move on. This make a note of that words, this, that, these, and those. Now we have interrogative adjectives. We did the interrogative pronouns as well, if you remember. Huh? So interrogative adjectives. So what are interrogative adjectives? Interrogative adjectives are the adjectives which ask questions and come before a noun. There is another definition as well for this. You can say interrogative adjectives are used to ask questions about the noun. Okay. So like, which way shall we go? And in this interrogative, as I told you, to ask questions basically. So in this, W family basically comes like which is a one example. Let me type all them. Where. Next is which. Next is what. Next is whose. Okay. These are the four examples of the words W family basically is the, we write is the W family. Okay, you can see to it. Whenever these words will come, it is the interrogative adjectives. Okay, like let me give you some more examples. Like, which book are you reading? In this sentence, so the book is a noun. Okay, keep in your mind. I hope it's clear now. Let's move to the next. Next is possessive adjectives. And what are possessive adjectives? You know the meaning of possessive. It says that possessive adjectives are adjectives which are used to show possession. Let me give you another definition for it. Possessive adjectives show possession or the belongings. Okay, so let me type some words. For, are, his, what. These are the few possessive adjective examples. And keep them in your mind. Yes. Okay. So let's see the example first. I have given my book to your brother. Okay, my is already there. That's why I'm not typed it. I have given my book to your brother. So this sentence is showing the possession which belongs to you basically. That you have given your book to your friend's brother. So in this sentence, the word my, as I have written some of the words mentioned above, these are basically the common words in the possessive adjectives. If your ma'am asks to underline or circle the possessive adjectives, and you have to underline the 5 words, let me type my as well. It will make you more clear to mind. Okay, or let me do that this way. So, and okay. So these are the 5 types of possessive adjectives which you have to keep in your mind. Keep in your mind, everyone, please. So let's move forward now. Now, this is the last topic for the day. This is the comparison of adjectives we will be doing. There are the three degrees of comparison. Okay, there are 3 degrees of comparison, which is number 1, the positive degree. Number 3, the comparative degree. Number 4, the superlative degree. I will repeat it once. There are 3 types of degrees. Number 1 is the positive degree. Number 3 is the comparative degree. Sorry, number 2 is the comparative, and number 3 is the superlative degree. I hope it is clear to you. Positive, comparative, and superlative. Let's move further now. Okay, so now it is here. Let's see the positive degree first. The positive degree of comparison is used when we are speaking or describing an object. Okay, when when we use a positive degree? When we are speaking or describing an object. Okay, like Preeti is a short, Peter is a short boy. Okay, Peter is a short boy. So in this sentence, we are describing that how Peter is. So Peter is a short boy. So in this sentence, short is a positive degree. Okay, because we are describing it. Let's go next. The comparative degree of comparison is used when we are speaking or describing two objects. It says the previous one for the positive when we're describing an object, the single object, and the comparative says that when we're describing or speaking about the two objects. Like Peter is taller than Paul. So we're describing the two. Okay. So in this we will be using taller. Okay, like there instead of taller it will be shorter. If we will take the example of shorter, it will be more clear to you. Shorter. In the positive one we did short. Peter is a short boy, so short for the positive and shorter for the comparative degree. Okay, so let's move forward now. Now, next is a superlative degree of comparison is used when we are speaking or describing two or more than two objects. Oh my god. So two or more than two objects. That says the positive degree says for one object and the comparative degree says for the two objects, and it says for the two or more than two objects. Okay. So, like Mary is the tallest girl in her school. So, we have to the example for short. So, we'll take for the short only. Short for the positive and shorter for the comparative. And the superlative, we use short test for the superlative. See, I'll tell you one by one. Mary is a short girl. Mary is shorter than Ria. Mary is the shortest girl in the school. So these are the three different types of degrees. In the first, we'll use the same word. Next, we'll add er, and in the third, we will add est at the end. So we will be seeing some of the examples. Let me move forward. See, clever, as I have told you, the formation of the comparative and the superlative degree by adding er and the est. Positive, clever, cleverer, cleverest, dark, darker, darkest. Now let's first read it. The formation of the comparative and the superlative forms by dropping y and add iest. So if at the end of the word it is y, if at the end of the word it's y, so we will remove y and we will add what? IER in the comparative and IEST in the superlative. Okay, I hope you all are clear with it. Let's move forward. Just keep the spellings in your mind. Nothing else is important. Okay. Next is the formation of the comparative and the superlative forms by doubling the last letter and adding ER and IER to the positive. Big, bigger, biggest, hottest. So in this, what we have done is we have just written the word big in this, and sorry, we've just added the word big and we have added GER and in the next TER. And over here we have again doubled G and T and added EST at the end. Just keep the spellings in your mind, nothing else is important. And just the ER and ES. Now, the formation of the comparative and the superlative forms by changing the spelling of the positive. Like it's bad, it will worse, not worse, not worst. Sorry, bad, badder, baddest, not will this. It will change into worse and worst, good, better, best. Okay, these are the two important two. There are so many, but over in this slide there are given only two. Many more will come further as well. Okay, so keep in your mind these two: bad, worse, worst, good, better, best. Next we have the formation and the comparative and superlative form for using more and the most with the adjectives of 3 or more syllables. So beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, and careful, more careful, and most careful. If you will say that beautiful, beautifuler, and beautifulest, is it having any meaning? No, now only the word beautiful will have. So instead of this, we can say beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, and the more careful, and the most careful. Okay, keep in your mind now. For the few two-level adjectives, both kinds of comparative and superlative are possible. Like common, we can write commoner or either more common, commonest, or either more common, most common. Sorry, clever, cleverer, more cleverer, cleverest, and most clever. Let's move forward. See, I have given you some of the example of the adjectives of quantity. There are so many examples. You can read it out over here. Like whole, I have given you enough, little, all, no, some, sufficient, hundred, any, few, most. I've given you now. Heavenly, empty, great, couple, half, much, insufficient, and many more. Okay, so you can read it. You can take a screenshot. Let me just come back. I'm giving you 2 seconds. 1 and 2. Okay. Now adjectives. See, color we all know, size we all know, shape we all know, taste. Taste can also be there. Okay, keep in your mind, like bitter, sour, sweet, tangy, tart, auto, like this can also be there. But in the most common, let me tell you that it doesn't come. This comes for the number, size, color, shape, and all. Okay. So this is just an extra portion. You can just keep in your mind if it comes suddenly. So you just know it. Just take a screenshot. Now here is the whole list. There we have just revised a few now. So there are so many. You can revise from there. See, for the confused also, more confused and the most confused. Difficult again, more difficult and the most difficult. So you can keep it in your mind. See, there are some more you can keep in your mind. See, bad, worst, good, better, best, and in here we have done bad, worst, worst. Okay, little, least, least, many, more, most. Okay, keep in your mind. Tall, taller, tallest. You can keep a look. Okay, so thank you everyone. We have reached the end of our slides. Thank you. I hope you all have enjoyed this. So thank you everyone. Bye bye. We'll meet soon. Take care.